Welcome, fellow watch lovers. Today we're looking at the Chameri dress watch. It's a bit of a King Seiko homage, and it has some interesting properties here. I wanted to provide a little bit of a look at this, as it may give you some variation within your collection of other pieces. I also think it has tremendous value for the money, therefore is worthy of a look. Normally I don't like all polished surface watches, but I think this really actually does look rather good. We have some angles, has a nice thin case to it. It is polished everywhere other than case back and on the clasp here. So, the top of the lugs are all polished quite a bit. It does have some brushing here on the inside, but I mean, for the most part, you're dealing with an awful lot of polished surfaces here. They're well done at this price point, and it does look quite a bit more expensive than the price would suggest. The hands are surprisingly well done. They have polishing to them. They have beveled edges, so they actually have a 3D look. On a lot of these less expensive models that are trying to do the Seiko thing, they do not have that, and therefore it ends up falling flat. But these have very nice looking hands overall. We have the raised indices that have that light play with them. And then we have just the printed text of the brand, and it says quartz at the bottom. The nice thing about the quartz in this particular watch is the Seiko VK61, which has a somewhat of a sweeping hand, so that it doesn't actually look as much like a quartz watch. It looks somewhere between an automatic low beat movement and a quartz watch, so it stutters a little bit in its move around the dial, but it's not nearly as dramatic and jarring as a quartz watch traditionally is. The crystal does protrude a little bit off the top of the case. It looks good. It's very clear. The dial on these is a bit of a cream color. There's a white cloth in comparison to it, and then also show you in comparison to my Malti white birch here. You can see that it has much more of a little bit of a yellow cream tint to it than a white dial would. But that also means that it pairs well with kind of these brown leather straps. This is the one that it came with, not the style that I probably normally would buy for myself, but it works pretty good. The quality isn't that bad on this thing. It's not, fantastic on the bracelet, but there are different options you can have for that. We have a nice screw down case back, easy to get to the movement with these tools in it. So that's nice for a battery replacement. So you're not having to use a rubber ball or something like that. You can use a traditional case back remover tool to get there inside at the movement and replace the battery when that time comes. But I think the finishing on this watch is excellent for the price. In fact, you'd probably be hard pressed to find anything that looks better at this kind of price point. I mean, I think these things are probably about $55 or so. Rather incredible that you can get a watch that looks this good for that much money. So it is about a almost 40 millimeter case here, right around 10 millimeters thick, which is fantastic for a watch of this style, so that can fit under your shirt sleeve or cuff. 20 millimeter straps will fit this one, and we have a little bit above 45 millimeter on the lug to lug. On the strap it came with, we're looking at 58 grams, so it is a very lightweight watch. But I just wanted to give a kind of quick view into this one for those that might be interested in the style of watch, visually how it stacks up to something like this, which does cost quite a bit more, but is also a different style. I hope this little view has been helpful to you, and if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe to the channel.